In our quest to live an amazing life from a natural perspective, one of the amazing benefits from chiropractic care that seems to be overlooked relates to our brain's ability to focus and to learn. Chiropractic, since the day it started over 120 years ago, is centered around the uninterrupted and that full expression of our body's innate or our inborn intelligence. Central to chiropractic and the key to unlocking your body's full potential lies in having a nerve system that's in a state of balance and a state of ease, and one that is free from any subluxations that can impair this performance. So what's this all got to do with noise in the brain, i.e. the title of this video, and what's it got to do with your ability to focus, your ability to learn, and your ability to perform other important cognitive functions? Research is beginning to suggest that overactive spinal muscles living in a wound up protective state can actually overload your brain with excessive noise and input that leads to diminished cognitive function. Contrary to mainstream understanding, our spinal muscles are not there just to support our posture. They're not there just to assist in movement. They constantly feed our brain with vital information about your body's state and its interaction with your environment. There's a continuous flow of information from the spinal muscles necessary for our brain and our nervous system to coordinate our various bodily functions. However, if you have too much activity, too much tightness, too much noise, or excessive input from the spinal muscles, this can overwhelm the brain, leading to impaired focus and impaired learning. And this is exactly what happens when you're subluxated. It's exactly what happens when your nerve system is under stress and your body assumes a protective state. You compound this with life challenges that exacerbate the wind-up when you're under prolonged stress, or when you're crouched over the computer, or when you're head down into the mobile phone, or hunched at a desk at school. When you're subluxated, when you spend hours, days, even weeks or months in a tight protective state, imagine the impact. We're all well aware of tight muscles or muscle tightness, but what about the impact this can have on your brain and your cognitive function? There was a recent study published in the Journal of Neuroplasticity which found a significant correlation between the level of noise or input from overactive spinal muscles and a decrease in cognitive function. The researchers suggested that constant input overload caused by overactive and protective muscles may actually drain our cognitive resources, leading to interference with learning and focus and any other cognitive function. The magic of chiropractic is in its approach that relies on the correction of subluxations, facilitating the removal of interference and tension in the nerve system caused by these subluxations. One of the many amazing outcomes that we see time and time again, day after day in practice, is better regulation of the spinal muscle activity. We see it on our scans every single time we do that. And the better the regulation of the spinal activity, the more appropriate the activity of those spinal muscles. And as a consequence, and a benefit no matter your age, is the reduction in noise and a reduction in that excessive input into the brain, opening it up to more important and more essential cognitive functions. In that cacophony of modern life, our brains are already overloaded with excessive noise and input. So why add more noise, more disturbance, and further impact your body's ability to learn and to focus? It makes complete sense to me, and hopefully to you, that incorporating ongoing regular chiropractic care can help quietening the noise and create an environment where every family member can live an amazing life, and the one that they're destined to, without noise, without excessive input, and the potential to do everything that they're capable of.